The Tennessee Titans versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is who's in, who's out, and everything you need to know about this game. So, this game is Thursday Night Football. Just in case if you didn't know, these teams will be facing at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time, and the Pittsburgh Steelers at home. The Tennessee Titans are going to Acrisure Stadium. They're away. So this game will be taking place. The Tennessee Titans are 3-4 coming into this game, and the Pittsburgh Steelers have a record of 4-3. The Tennessee Titans are coming off a very good win against the Atlanta Falcons, where the rookie got the start, Levi Wallace, and had a very good game subbing in for Ryan Tannehill, with 4 touchdowns on the day, getting his first career start in the NFL and his first career win. And then the Pittsburgh Steelers, they're coming into this game with a very bad loss to the Jacksonville Jaguars, where they only put up 10 points and struggled throughout. But enough with that for now. Let's look at who's in, who's out, and the injury report for both teams. So let's start with the Pittsburgh Steelers injury report. On Wednesday, this is what their injury report looked like. Kenny Pickett, he's been dealing with a rib injury. He missed the second half of the game against Jacksonville, but he said he will be playing, and he was a full participant on Wednesday. Cornerback DeMonte KZ, he was dealing with a hand injury. He was also a full participant. Running back Anthony McFarland Jr. with a knee injury, he's still on IR, but he was a full participant as well. Levi Wallace with a foot injury, he was limited even though he missed last game against Jacksonville. Also, defensive back Macus with a hamstring injury, he did not practice. Cameron Heyward with a groin injury, he practiced in full. So the only people with destinations for this game with the injury status is cornerback Levi Wallace, who is questionable for the game, and Mick Fitzpatrick, who's already ruled out for the game, which is expected because he looked like he was in a lot of pain when he went down on the field versus Jacksonville. So that's a Steelers injury report for this week, and they've also activated Cameron Heyward from IR, meaning that he's off of IR, he's done with that groin injury, and he will be playing in this game, and they get their star defensive lineman back on the team and their captain back, and that should help the Steelers in big ways, both run and pass. So enough with the Steelers injury report. Here's what the Titans injury report is looking like. So on Wednesday, they had a long list of injuries, starting off with tackle Chris Hubbard with a concussion. He did not practice. Cornerback Anthony Kendall with a knee injury, full participant. Wide receiver Chris Moore, full participant. Quarterback Ryan Tannehill, ankle, did not practice. Denico Autry, practice in full. Running back Derrick Henry, ankle, practice in full. Wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins with a toe injury, did not practice. Cornerback Roger McCreary, hamstring injury, was limited on the day. Offensive tackle Jeffrey Simmons with an ankle injury, he was also limited. Their backup running back Spears with an ankle injury, he practiced in full. And Mike Brown with an ankle injury also practiced in full, who's your safety. Cornerback Sean Murphy Bunting with a thumb, full. Tight end Josh Weidl with a concussion, full participant. So those are the injured players for the Titans, and the people with actual destinations for this game, which with their injury status, is their tackle Chris Hubbard, who's out. Quarterback Ryan Tannehill is out. Cornerback Roger McCreary is out. Safety Mike Brown is out, and DeAndre Hopkins is questionable. So those are the guys who actually have the game status and are out and questionable for the Titans. Everyone else who is listed should be playing. But enough with the injuries for both teams. Let's talk with the actual football being played on the field and everything you need to know about this game. And let's start off here. Mike Tomlin has a really good record against rookie quarterbacks. And it seems like whenever the Steelers face rookie quarterbacks, they dominate the game and find a way to win. But the one anomaly is CJ Stroud this season, when he absolutely destroyed the Steelers when the Houston Texans beat the Steelers. And they went out for 30 points and blew out them. So that's the only anomaly there. But CJ Stroud and Let's see if Levi Wallace can continue that trend. Maybe he does good against the Steelers. Who knows? Or is Mike Tomlin going to go back to his winning ways against rookie quarterbacks and the Steelers are going to find a way to win this game? Usually when the Steelers face rookie quarterbacks, they put a lot of pressure on them, send a lot of blitzes, have the quarterback always under pressure with TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith, and now having Cameron Heyward back on this team, back from injury reserve, he should also be putting more pressure on the quarterback with a big guy running towards you. So, Will Levis, he will have his hands full against the Steelers' defense and especially against this pass rush. So, that's what the Steelers' defense is going to be looking like. They're going to have to deal a lot more with the pass rush because they don't have the players in the secondary to play as well. Their secondary has struggled basically all season. Joey Porter Jr. has been the only bright spot. Macus Patrick is out for this game, so they're going to have to rely a lot on their pass rush with a depleted secondary. Also, looking at their offense, the Steelers' offense once again struggled against the Jaguars, and something to keep your eye on for this game is George Pickens. He only had one catch versus the Jaguars. All week, Mike Tomlin, Matt Canada, Kenny Pickett. They said they needed to get George Pickens more involved in the game and get him more catches and kind of move him around in this offense, give him a better chance to make plays. Let's see if that actually does happen, or was that all talk? Also, let's see this running game. Let's see if it's able to step up from last week after having only their team high like 17 yards running from Najee Harris, like 13 from Jalen Warren. Let's see if they're able to step up, bounce back, and be able to run this ball. But Titans, they have a really good defense. They have kind of the stingy defense. You don't expect them to be good, but looking at the numbers, they're pretty decent in both the run and the pass game, and it seems like it's always a tough matchup versus any team that they play. This year, when looking at their team, you wouldn't expect them to be a good team, but they are still a 3-4. They're fighting every single game, and every game is a close game. So let's see if Kenny Pickett, with that rib injury, is able to play up to standard the way that he hopes to play. That's something also to keep an eye on, to see if he's able to move around, make all the throws that you're supposed to be making, even though he's still dealing with that kind of rib injury that kept him out of last week's game in the second half. Or will it hinder him and the Titans have an advantage? Let's see what happens. Also, something to keep an eye on, Mike Tomlin said, is he expects a splash play very soon from Calvin Austin in the punt return game, and that's something that the Steelers have been missing all season. That's what he said in his own words. He expects Calvin Austin to have a splash play. So let's see if the special teams is able to make a play today, and especially the punt return game with Calvin Austin. Now, moving over to the Tennessee Titans side of the ball, and specifically taking a look at Will Levis. Sorry if I keep calling Levi Wallace. I don't know why I keep saying that by accident, but just ignore that. That's just my bad. But taking a look at him specifically, he got his first start, basically first game action of him actually running the team versus the team last week, and he did a very good job. He had 4 touchdowns and 3 of them going to DeAndre Hopkins. And he didn't have to make too much plays because the wide receivers were wide open and DeAndre Hopkins did his thing. But it was good to see from a rookie quarterback him able to do that. Because you look at the Titans offense, and especially the passing offense this whole season for them, they just have not been able to score points outside of the running attack. You look at Ryan Tannehill, you look at Malik Willis, and they're just not able to produce anything. So having Will Levis come in and step up and getting those 4 touchdowns against the Atlanta Falcons, it was very nice to see from an outside perspective, looking at this team, knowing how much they've been struggling, but I know it must have been nice seeing from a Titans fan perspective because your rookie quarterback did produce. Also, the running attack. If they're able to get both working at the same time, Derrick Henry is a game changer. He's a game wrecker. He could go off whenever. He's the best running back, I believe, at purely running the football. Yes, there's other running backs like Christian McCaffrey are good at both, and I'm just saying purely running the football, I believe Derrick Henry is still the best in the game. because of how big he is, how big he's able to shift guys and run over them. So he's the best. And getting able to have both them working at the same time would be key for this Titans offense, and giving Will Levis even more room to work with if the running game gets going. But it seems like whenever the Steelers face the Derrick Henry and the Titans, they're able to stuff the box and able to shut him down. So let's see if they're able to do that once again this week, or will he go off like the Steelers have been letting other running backs do this season. But I still believe the Steelers will find a way how to shut him down like they always do. Also, looking at the Titans defense, I already talked about it a little bit. It seems like they've been in a battle every single game. You don't expect them to do much, but they find a way how to make the game close, get the stops when necessary, play good run defense, play good pass defense, and make plays. And I expect this game to be very close. Don't expect it to be a blowout. These two teams are always in close battles with every other team, and expect it to be a one-possession game once again today. So, once again, this game will be played at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time. The Pittsburgh Steelers are at home, the Tennessee Titans away. This game will be taking place at Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, not Heinz Field anymore. And my score prediction for this game is the Pittsburgh Steelers find a way how to win this game, stop Will Levis in his tracks, and hold that rookie quarterback and make him have a bad game, and hopefully TJ Watt gets a couple sacks with it. But let me know down in the comments below, who do you feel wins this game, and your score predictions for it, and your thoughts on Will Levis and how he's been playing, and how you expect him to play against the Steelers, and just more things to this game, like the injury report, and your thoughts on basically everything I mentioned in this video. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel down below as well if you like serious content and analysis reports. Like the video, turn on post notifications down below for this channel as well, so you get notified whenever I post next Steelers video. I cover everything Steelers and stay up to date right away, so turn on notifications, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys all later. But first, let me also know your stat predictions for the game as well. Who do you think will go off in this game? Will George Pickens go off? I'll see you guys all later. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.